Look, if you know me at all, you know I got a thing for noodles. Okay, I'm hard pressed to find a thing that I like more than fresh noodles, hand pulled noodles. And the thing is, I live in America now, and that means I'm separated from something I love very, very dearly. I mean, I'm exaggerating, obviously. There's people I care about more than noodles, okay? And maybe some general ideas about the universe and all of that. But besides, outside of that, noodles is probably still in the top 5, even when you include people. Up until now, we've just been living our lives in China. You know, I raised my kids there from when they were born until now. And so that's home, and we just have been missing it. So Ashley got us this cookbook. If y'all saw the last season of Street Food, I visited this place. And when we got back to the States and we were missing home, Ashley got us this cookbook, okay? And I've been trying some of the recipes. I'm show you guys how to make some of them later on this year. But some of these kind of hard, okay? They've been doing this a long time, and they're experts. And when I try it, it's not that good. But one of our friends, she's one of the best people at buying gifts that we know. She's in the top 5 gift buyers in our friend circle for sure. Got us this kit. Okay, it was like a meal delivery service thing straight from Xi'an Famous Foods, where we could make our own noodles. I am gonna show you guys how to do it, and it was not that hard, it turns out. And as soon as I started cooking it, the children ran out. They're like, "Why does it smell so good in here? Why does it smell like our home?" And then I served it to Ashley, and she wept tears of. Were they tears of joy? I don't know. I don't know if it was joy or if it just made it worse. But I know she cried. So inside the box, obviously everything you need. You got your vegetables, you got your noodles, your sauce packets, and cold pack. This was delivered so professionally. What up, Goldbelly? I see you. Get all my ingredients there in order. Just look, I'm already pleased. Now, time to chop up your vegetables. We're gonna do this celery. You know, you cut the rib in some little tiny pieces, whatever size works for you, but small is probably better so it can kind of incorporate with the sauce. Then we do our green onions. We got the little green parts and some of the whites. This is for the soup noodles that we're gonna make. And then you need a bunch of cabbage. This is Chinese cabbage. Any cabbage probably works, but this is the kind that, you know, we would normally get if we were in China. That's it. Things are chopped. Okay. Now, making the stew is probably really hard, but they just send it to you in a pack. So you literally just squeeze it out the bag and heat it up. That's basically it. That's the instructions. It's not hard, and it is delicious. Okay. Now this is the fun part, stretching out the noodles. First, you make a little imprint with a chopstick on it, and you're gonna stretch it out just a little bit. Stretch it till it feels about right, and then once you got a good grip on it, you start giving it a little bit of that slappage, okay? Because what you're doing is you're stretching it out, but you're also like, you know, aligning the glutens and whatever, okay? The slap is an important part of getting it stretched because it actually needs to be a little longer than your arm span. So get it up there, about hit myself in the face with it the first time, okay? It's, you know, it looks fun. It is fun. It can get out of control. I've seen some people try to do it and they make a big mess and end up, you know, slapping their child with a noodle. Then now after you stretch it, you rip it in half, you stretch it, you give it one more slap, bam, those glutens are aligned. Into the boiling water it goes, and then a little bit of cabbage. All right, and that's it. You're just gonna let it roll. I'm gonna show you guys a couple more times because this is so fun, and I get better at it as time goes on. So, you know, that's important too. That is a face of intense concentration, okay? Almost losing it, not losing it though, and rip it in half. That's fun. Slap it one time. Accidentally grab the sticker. That's okay. Sticker did not go in the boiling water. And that's 2 noodles is enough to fill up a human male of my size, okay, for sure. But we were feeding 2, so I did this a couple more times. You know, it's important you have a lot of space, get your slap on. I gotta say that making noodle dough from scratch is something that I have tried before and failed at. They say that it's just flour and water in this joint, and it's just the way you mix it. Rip it down the middle until it's almost all the way torn, but you don't let it tear. One more slap for good measure. Now they only have to boil for a couple minutes. They're ready to go. A little tricky getting them into the bowl, to be honest. That about burned my hands so many times, dropping noodles all over the place, but eventually I got it. Now, just dump the stew right on top of it, dump our toppings that we chopped, and then This is the magic, okay? We got chili oil. This chili oil is legit. It's so good and very authentic. And then this noodle sauce. And that's a lot of where the magic is in those sauce packets. Then you just stir that joint up. You wanna stir it so like the noodles are all coated with the sauce, and you're gonna give yourself a big old healthy portion of noodles. Stretch them on up there. They're nice and long. A couple pieces of beef, a little bit of sauce. Boom, that joint is done. Now, just for fun, I'm gonna show you guys one more type of noodles that is actually more common in my diet when I'm in China. They had leftover noodles. There were still extra noodles that we could use. So, I mean, I used them like the next day. By this point, obviously, I felt like I was on Iron Chef or something. It felt amazing. It feels so good to be slapping those noodles. Here's what you do. A little bowl of vinegar, nice Shanxi black vinegar if you can get it. That's 2 noodles in there along with the cabbage. And then I got chopped garlic and chopped green onion. And then this is chili powder, but it's coarse ground chili powder, so it's almost like chili flakes. And you take some hot vegetable oil, it's almost smoking, and you dump it on those aromatics, and it kind of like flash fries them right on top of the noodles. Okay, this is called Yo Po Mien. It's one of my favorite noodles, and I have just made it myself. And oh my gosh, it's so good. Serve myself a little bit of that noodle water, and I feel like I'm in a Chinese restaurant. So good. These noodles were great, okay? This is my first time personally slapping the noodle. I watched a lot of people do that noodle slap. I've tried to make noodle dough from scratch a couple times by myself over the years. It's never turned out good, okay? So I'm really getting away with a lot in the terms of this kit because they send the noodle stuff ready to go, ready to stretch, and ready to go. I'm gonna try to get where I can make my own, and then I will have peaked because that's basically all I'm striving for. Elisa, that was the bombest gift ever, okay? It was so good. We felt so loved. Thank you for that. Y'all get down on this. I just put up like a short video on my Instagram of the noodle slap, right? And then the bowl of finished noodles. All of my expat friends came out of the woodwork all of a sudden. Where'd you get that? That looks good. Wait, how'd you do that? Wait, are you still in America? What happened? It was popping off. It was like the most popular post I've done on Instagram in a long time. They were like, and that's how you know this was legit. If you don't live in New York, you can't go straight up to Xi'an Famous Foods. It's all good, okay? Order the kit. This Gold Belly then delivered it. It was so fresh, and we weren't ready to make it that day. It lasted a couple days still in the fridge. Perfect. It was an incredible experience. Highly recommend it, okay? Look, go online, get on the Xi'an Famous Foods train, okay? Get some delivered, get that noodle slap. Everybody still comfortable with me using the term noodle slap? I love noodles so much.